5 worst foods for arthritis and joint pain. Most people have no idea that eating the wrong foods can cause arthritis pain flare-ups. They just assume it's a normal part of the aging process, a result of years of hard work, a nagging old injury, or even genetics. While those can all be a factor, you should not accept your current condition as a life sentence to pain and suffering. There are natural ways to counteract, even reverse some of the damage arthritis has done to you. And it starts with eliminating pain-causing foods from your diet. That's why I've prepared this video presentation to walk you through the 5 worst foods to eat if you suffer from arthritis, including a certain kind of vegetable. Yes, vegetable, that could make your arthritis worse and make you feel 5 to 10 years older. In just a few minutes from now, you'll know how to steer clear of the 5 biggest food landmines that can sabotage your health and make your arthritis pain worse. What you're about to discover will probably be quite surprising, but more importantly, it will show you how to take control of your arthritis instead of having it take control of you. And that's not all. In addition to walking you through the 5 worst foods, we're also going to cover other items you need to know, like the unique shift your body makes during your mid-20s that could be the culprit behind your arthritis pain. Probably less than 1 in 10,000 people know this. The huge secret discovered by a little-known New York doctor that will give you a huge advantage in your fight against arthritis. He discovered the switch you can flip inside your body to help make it start acting like it did when you were 25. The real reason that traditional painkillers don't help your pain. I'll reveal the troublemaking vegetable that can actually make your arthritis pain worse. If you've always thought that greens are good for you, you'll definitely want to see this. What special type of superfood can actually counteract the damage of arthritis itself? It's amazing to understand how this works. So let's get started. Worst food number 5. Bagels, muffins, and pasta, also known as gluten. As far as your body is concerned, there's not much difference between a bagel and a heaping pile of sugar. In fact, any member of the refined carbohydrate family, white bread, muffins, pasta, bagels, etc., drives up the inflammation because the body processes them into sugar. Inflammation in your body is never a good thing. But what does it have to do with arthritis? Hopefully your doctor has already talked to you about fibrin and the role that it plays in your arthritis. You must know this to take control of your arthritis pain. Just in case, here's the summary. Fibrin is a natural mesh-like protein substance produced by your body, which helps in wound healing. It's also what scar tissue and scabs are made of. Here's how it works. Your body senses an injury. It can be as minor as a small bump, scratch, or even sudden heat or coldness. And it reacts by sending white blood cells to the irritation or injury to fight infection, causing inflammation and swelling. Releasing fibrin is essentially sealing off the site with a strong protective mesh. Normally, the site is healed. The fibrin breaks down, the inflammation subsides, and everything goes back to normal. Sometimes our bodies fail to call off the fibrin. So like a button that's stuck in the on position, fibrin continues to build up around the site, then harden, causing further inflammation, and often excruciating pain that just won't go away. Plus, research studies show that if you're over 50, once inflammation is triggered, it's much less likely to go back down. Meanwhile, you keep tossing all these side effect-laden pharmaceutical-grade painkillers at the fibrin, but it's like trying to break into a walnut shell with a water gun. In this case, all the painkillers in the world won't work if they can't get through the fibrin. In other words, the longer you ignore the real cause of the problem, the fibrin, the longer you'll stay in pain, and the less effective traditional pain meds will be in managing your pain. Just to be clear, fibrin and inflammation could actually be the root of your arthritis pain. In fact, a study recently funded by the National Institute of Health, NIH, and the Arthritis Foundation, fibrin is a powerful determinant of inflammatory joint disease, and that fibrin deposits are a prominent feature of arthritic joints. Before I explain how to use the information to your advantage, I want to reveal the worst arthritis food number 4. Worst food number 4. French fries and other processed fast food. I underlined the word processed because it's important. My guess is that you're probably not eating fast food every day of your life, but most people have no idea how processed much of their food really is. You probably already know to stay away from trans fats. Those are strongly linked to systemic chronic inflammation and are so bad for you that the Institute of Medicine recommends you simply keep trans fatty acid consumption as low as possible. French fries are by no means the only culprit though. Soybean, corn, peanut, and sunflower oils are examples of vegetable oils that are rich in omega-6 fats, which most Americans consume far too much of. Too much omega-6 causes inflammation, and inflammation brings fibrin. If your body has lost its ability to call off the fibrin when it's not needed, you can run into problems, especially if you're over 25 years old. What keeps people under 25 from having to deal with pain, and what makes them immune to arthritis? What is it that they have that you don't have? The answer to that question leads up to a controversial discovery in 1972 by a New York doctor that reveals a major secret about arthritis pain. I want to make sure you understand this before we move on to the worst food number 3, which people eat a lot of during the summer months. The controversial discovery of Dr. Max Wolf. Dr. Max Wolf was a medical doctor at the prestigious Columbia University for over 30 years. Dr. Wolf spent a lot of time looking for the differences in why young people often heal faster and have less overall pain than older folks. And what he discovered is something everyone who suffers from arthritis will want to know. Dr. Wolf's work showed us research studies, clinical trials, and shared case studies that prove you can't experience true pain relief until you take the proper steps to replace critical enzymes that are deficient in most folks over age 25. Many of today's most popular pain medications, like aspirin, ibuprofen, Advil, Aleve, Celebrex, and Motrin, are designed to fight inflammation. Others, like Tylenol and Panadol, block incoming pain signals. But none of them target what may actually be the root of your arthritis pain, fibrin. Does Dr. Wolf's discovery shine a light on the shutoff switch for arthritis? Dr. Wolf discovered that when the body was reacting to pain, the bodies of younger adults responded by flooding the painful area with something called proteolytic enzymes. But for some reason, the older folks he studied showed dramatically reduced levels of proteolytic enzymes and therefore felt more pain. Excited by his amazing discovery, he narrowed it down even further and discovered that beginning around age 27, the amount of proteolytic enzymes in your body begins to diminish. Dr. Wolf's discovery that younger adults have dramatically higher levels of proteolytic enzymes in their bodies launched a wave of controversy and excitement into the scientific community. What scientists found was nothing short of amazing. In 1972, they discovered that proteolytic enzymes are the first line of defense against arthritis and inflammation. Amazingly, they operate on a lock-and-key basis, which means they can recognize good prostaglandins from bad prostaglandins. And when their teeth fit into a bad prostaglandin that's already run its course and has no more use, they dispose of it to let the good prostaglandins come in and get rid of the pain. They also discovered that proteolytic enzymes are completely safe compared to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, pronounced NSAIDs, which is the most prescribed medication for treating conditions such as arthritis. Most people are familiar with over-the-counter non-prescription NSAIDs, such as aspirin and ibuprofen, which put hundreds of thousands of people a year in the hospital and in some cases can cause death. A 1982 study showed proteolytic enzymes eat fibrin and other scar tissue. This may explain why as you age your wounds heal thicker, weaker, less pliable, and more visible scars. It's because you don't have enough proteolytic enzymes to eat up that scar tissue. They cleanse toxins from the blood. Believe it or not, cells and organs dispose of toxins through your blood. The proteolytic enzymes soak up these toxins and get rid of them. Your blood becomes thick from too much scar tissue, which turns it to sludge, causing high blood pressure, lack of circulation, clots, and many other problems. Enzymes reduce the scar tissue, allowing your blood to flow smoother and helping your body cleanse toxins. Enzymes fight viruses and improve your immune system. Proteolytic enzymes recognize viruses through their special lock-and-key mechanism, just like they recognize the prostaglandins, so you get sick less often. Proteolytic enzymes have been used in Europe since 1974 to treat cold sores and other viral conditions. And that's even before people knew what they were called. So if proteolytic enzymes are so great, why hasn't everyone heard about them? The answer to that question will downright upset you. But first, I think it's time to reveal the worst arthritis food, number 3. I doubt many people with arthritis have this food on their radar at all. Worst food number 3, blackened and barbecued foods. Ouch! Foods cooked at high temperatures, including charbroiled, blackened, barbecued, fried, etc., often contain harmful byproducts caused by the cooking process called advanced glycation N, AGEs. AGEs are highly inflammatory and can damage your joints and bones, making your arthritis worse. Anytime food is cooked at high temperature, this includes foods that are broiled, fried, grilled, etc., toxic AGEs are formed. Stewing, boiling, braising, crock-potting, or steaming will help minimize the amount of AGEs formed in your food. Most people have no idea that their summer grilling can make arthritis pain worse. The reason they don't know is the same reason that no one knows about the magic of proteolytic enzymes. There's absolutely no financial incentive for the big drug companies to reveal this. The fact is, there are plenty of naturally occurring substances that provide relief from inflammation. Worst food number 2 is a shocker, because it's the vegetable I mentioned earlier. Would you believe that a vegetable can make your arthritis pain worse? Worst food number 2, nightshade vegetables. What's a nightshade vegetable? Nightshade vegetables include potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant, peppers, and tobacco. All these products contain trace amounts of alkaloids that can be harmful in heavy concentrations. Eating nightshade plants actually worsen arthritis because of the way they affect calcium metabolism in your body. These alkaloids may lead to calcium deposits in tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and joints, contributing to inflammation and joint pain. This effect can be worse for people who already have arthritis. Substances in nightshade plants can cause the worsening of an already existing inflammation. How many people don't know that need to know that? The answer is many, many people. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal the number 1 worst arthritis food. But first, I want to set your mind at ease. I have some good news for you. What you've discovered so far in this video does not mean you can never eat these foods again. In fact, there is a way to still eat the food you love and not cause an inflammatory response in your body. It's actually a natural way to trick your body back into working more like it did when you were 25, especially when it comes to minimizing pain. Before we go into how to use this trick to turn back the clock, let me reveal the number 1 worst food for arthritis. Worst food number 1, sugar. The number 1 worst food to eat if you suffer from arthritis is sugar. First, I'm going to explain why. Then I'm going to show you how you can eat it anyway. Harvard researchers recently revealed that the more sugary soda men with knee osteoarthritis drink, the more likely the condition is to get worse. Even though increased consumptions of soda is linked to weight gain, a known risk factor for osteoarthritis. The link was true regardless of the men's weight. This suggests that the soda itself may be responsible for worsening the arthritis, although a cause and effect link has not been proven. Cookies, candy, ice cream, brownies, donuts, all of these are loaded with sugar, which drives up your blood sugar and insulin, along with levels of inflammatory messengers called cytokines. I know. It may seem like the list of the 5 worst foods for arthritis include all the foods you love to eat, and that you must basically eat plain, unsatisfying foods in order to be free of arthritis pain. But what if it were possible to enjoy all of these forbidden foods without worrying about inflammation? Now it is.